I will start in Denmark. There's no specific reason why I started in Denmark. It just started in Denmark. The period that I talk about is Q4 2008. And times were changing big time. Turnover was going down. There was a lot of tension. There was a lot of uncertainty. It was simply not a good period. And we were facing a time and a period where we had to adjust and we had to take actions and we had to be very clear of what it's all about. Within the management team in Denmark, we had a very clear picture of what it is that we should do, but also what it was that we should not do. And what we did is that I've been sent out to the country to visit all branches in one day, from the northern part of Jutland and Aalborg to Kolding, to Odense, Copenhagen, everywhere. And what I tried to do is to make sure that everybody was connected to exactly where we were. I made sure that everybody was aware of what the situation was. It was a crisis. What we were going to do. What we were not going to do. How the timeline would look like. What I and we expect from everybody within the company from that moment. And also to make sure that everybody was capable of grasping the situation and to make sure to ask questions of what is it, where we are, what are we going to do. But the most important thing was that in a way people felt relieved. Our colleagues felt relieved due to the fact that at least they knew now what it is that we were talking about. They knew exactly what the situation was. It was amazing to see how smooth we entered the crisis from a working perspective and how good we entered the whole period. We cut away all costs that you can think of in order to make sure that our personnel could stay and do their work. From parking spaces to drinks to fruit to everything that you can think of, we cut away. It was clear, it was good, and people knew. And I must say that it led to a very good situation. That day in December, I think most of the persons in Denmark still remember. Not because of the fact that I traveled around, but because of the fact that that was the day it was very clear what is it that we're heading for and why and how. So from my perspective, that was a story I wanted to share with you because it was an important one. Okay? Who would like to be the next?
Is it here? I'm in the spot. I will share an experience with you regarding a recruitment I did a couple of years ago. I met a client, a small company, 15 employees. They were seeking for a new CFO. The company wanted to younger their staff. So they were seeking for a young person wanting to influence and change the company. I was there sitting with them, discussing, hearing what they're saying, and I said, no, this is not right for you. You don't need this person. This person will only use this company as a trampoline to go for next position, because you are not the sexy company. I know what you need. Okay, we trust you. I got the deal. I started to seek persons, and I find a guy called Per-Erik Lyberg. He was 55 years old, thought he had worked for the last time. He worked as a CFO on a plus 500 company in IT sector in Sweden. At that time, the IT sector was severely hit by downturn, so yeah, he was more or less convinced that he had worked for the last time. We had a lot of talks. I presented this guy for the client, and he got the position. I met the client recently, and they told me that, yeah, you convinced us. You find the right person. You did the right choice for us. And also the funny part in this story is that during that time, Per-Erik asked me, I have a young daughter. She's also unemployed. Could you please help her find a new position? And of course, I did.
I would like to share 2 stories with you already. And the standing point in these two stories is based on one of our core values, and that is trust. Because from a Danish perspective, from this point of view, we are in an extremely exciting transformation period. We are implementing professionals to the Danish market, which require that we do in every aspect of our work, believe, to know and to serve and to trust. But the first story I would like to tell you is actually only in 4 weeks of operation. We had our first client meeting with a big engineering company known worldwide, and they had many suppliers, and they also knew Ranstad, but they knew Ranstad from staffing. And when we went to this meeting, we knew this, and we knew there would probably come questions about this. Compared to our competitors, what can you offer us? We did a presentation about the way we work, the way we believe, and we had a really constructive meeting which leads to 2 assignments. But these 2 assignments also gave us the opportunity to operate in a Nordic perspective. And today I can see that one of the major reasons for getting these assignments was that the customer had trust to us, and we trusted them. And this has led to a great opportunity for the Nordic to build up relation with this customer. It will lead to a lot of business opportunities, I'm sure. So that was the first story. The second story is probably more globally, but it also shows us that we are a part of a professional group. We have a global presence, but still it also shows that we have our core values, and this is also within trust. I was contacted by a UK division because they had a client who had a need for implementing business to the Danish market. And he asked me, what is your experience, what is your qualifications to help us to build up this relation and to build up this business in Denmark? And what it shows is that internally we trusted each other. From UK, they trusted the professional business in Denmark to establish contact to this client, to build up the relation with the client. And that leads today that we are looking for a general manager in Denmark, but it's a lead from UK. And that is internally trust, but it's also from a perspective that the client, he could have chosen 8 or 9 other suppliers, but he chose us. So that was the other story.
Thank you.
I would like to tell you a story that is from Denmark. We have the last 1.5 years, as everybody in the room probably knows, sailing through what I would call rough water. It has definitely put our values to a test. And a test that I am proud of saying, standing here today, that we have succeeded with top grades or top marks. Because through the last 1.5 years, even though that we were sailing through rough water, we have showed trust in each other, trust in the fact that we were heading for the right direction. We have shown that we know the market that we are in and made a difference to our clients in the best possible way. And we have also served the market, and we have served it not even good, we have served it so good that we have been outperforming the market big time. And it has actually led to that we today have a position in an outstanding position in Denmark. a position that I would call so outstanding that the good to know you is not even, it's not only for us Randstad people, it's actually also for the people in the business that we're in, because from what I can see from my desk on daily basis is that it hasn't been unnoticed that it's actually good to know Ranstad if you're working in at a competitor, because I've never seen so many applications, so many good applications coming from competitors' employees as we have today, which I think is fantastic, because that wasn't the situation for 1.5 years ago.
Good topic, thanks.